Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vantage Pro Series here at Bristol Motor Speedway. This is the round of 6 of the playoffs. Qualifying just about to get underway. With me in the booth today is Purge. How you doing, Purge?
Howdy. I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Doing all right. Had a bit of a technical hiccup there at the beginning of the stream, but hey, no harm, no foul. We got cars out on track, 5-minute qualifying, and it is our Mother's Day weekend race. You see Hoskins there with a bit of a special paint scheme. He's going to give a shout out to his mom here once his qualifying run is done. He requested a little special interview. So going into Bristol, Purge, any predictions?
Chaos. There's going to be a lot of it.
Absolute chaos. Yeah, it's the opening round of a new playoff points reset. Only 3 drivers make it to the championship race. Daniel Michel is pretty much good on playoff points, barring an absolute disaster, maybe some disqualifications or something. But yeah, the rest of the guys, we'll get into it as we go further along in the broadcast. Looks like Hoskins has finished his qualifying run. It's going to be 3rd place provisionally for now. Other people out on track right now, but let's go ahead and see if we can get Hoskins in here. He did request that interview. Where is he? Where is he? Here he is. Hoskins. Nico and Purge in the booth. You got us?
Got you loud and clear, guys.
All right, so qualifying just comes to an end for you. You requested a little special moment here in the booth. We'll go ahead and give you the floor.
Okay, well, my mom is watching the race for the first time going into the playoffs. I just want to wish her a happy Mother's Day and that I love her, and I'm going to try to win this. If I don't, well, I tried. That's as best as I can do, as Mom would say.
All right, well, best of luck. You qualified 5th. Any strategy going into this race, or you're just going to try and survive to the end?
It's just trying to survive, bide my time, run the bottoms, just see what everyone else does and try to see what I can do to move my way to the front.
All right, well, best of luck. We'll see you out there. Special happy Mother's Day to Jacob's mom and all the mothers watching at home.
Thank you.
All right, Purge. Anything you'd like to say? You won, actually. You didn't get to say it on the podcast, but you won last Saturday's Formula America race with the special paint scheme as well.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely understand running special paint schemes. Regardless of winning or not, it's always great to run these types of schemes. Mine was a little more, I guess, not as for a happy occasion, I guess. Hoskins does have, for Mother's Day, everybody loves their mother, including me. I don't know if you do, but I hope you would.
Of course. Absolutely.
Yeah. Shoot, I was supposed to run it for two races, both Homestead races, but I don't even know if I'm able to show up to Homestead. I'm having a little hard time paying the entry fee in major air quotes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Xbox Live fee. Anyways,
Yeah.
Daniel Michel gets another pole position here. He is sitting pretty. I think everyone's already done with qualifying, actually. That's pretty quick. We still got a minute 30 to go.
That was a pretty, yeah.
That was very, very fast. Well, it is Bristol, to be fair.
That was pretty.
We're looking at
Yeah, I
14-second
know.
lap
Last
times.
week we had a 100 and what lap race? That's something I don't wish on my worst enemy.
100 lap race at Martinsville.
Yeah, that was wow.
It was a great finish. That's what it was.
It was a great finish, and I guess you could say it was a little interesting throughout.
It was pretty good. As long as the finish is good, that's all that matters, right? Is that how NASCAR Twitter works?
Yeah, yeah.
Good finish equals
As long
good
as there's
race.
someone that's flipping or throwing punches, it's a great race automatically.
Exactly. So we got 45 seconds.
That's at least my point of view for races. You see a flip or you see someone throwing a fist, oh, it's an automatic banger. Put it on the NASCAR Classics channel.
Oh, we got Mark in the chat, by the way. Holy moly, what a goat.
Take a propaganda at these, you know what?
All right, buddy. Propaganda, aka Mark, our editor of the meme recaps, edited a video which, no spoilers, could be debuting somewhere on a different platform next week after. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. It's all up in the air right now.
It's on Kick.
Kind of. Yeah, we're moving to Kick. Moving to Rumble.
Kick Sauber. What? I've
You've never heard of
Yeah,
Rumble?
we're going back to what's that one streaming service that
Mixer?
Xbox used to default for? Like Yeah, that one. Oh my gosh, that was certainly an interesting time for Xbox.
It absolutely was. Let's take a look at the grid once we get ready to go here. 1 minute 50 to go. And here we go. Here is the starting grid for today's race. Daniel Michel and William Hightower, 2 championship frontrunners, 2 playoff leading drivers on the front row, followed by David Morales and Cole Snyder, who made his first start last week. David Morales qualified P3. There is Jacob Hoskins with that special paint scheme in P5. P6, Jonathan Green in the Fago car. Iconic livery for him. Jonathan Crosby and Tyler Smith, P7 and P8. Both those guys just racing for a little bit of pride. Not in the playoffs as of now. Ben Kuhn and Eve Nyman, same as well. Eve Nyman made his debut last week. Didn't quite go his way. He's looking to have a bounce-back race here today. Parker Vance is back with us. And Derek Fye, of course, also in the field. Parker Vance. Select starts throughout the season. He's looking to make another strong finish here today. Speaking of strong finishes, Kurt Bray, my beloved, the king of Braytage, P13.
Oh man.
And Landon Bednar's P15. I'm not sure if Gas is making, but if Gas is racing. However.
Yeah, but before we start the locking in for commentary, I was informed in the chat that it is someone's birthday today. So happy birthday, Ethan Am I Clean.
Ethan, what a goat. Yeah, he's having another birthday, believe it or not. The sun is setting, by the way.
Yeah, I can't believe. So yeah, you lied to me. You said this was gonna be a day race. We're getting a sunset and potentially night race.
Yeah, well.
Holy aura! You said this was gonna be an aura-less race.
I
This
did
if
say
anything,
that.
gonna be max aura.
Filled to the maximum with aura. Well, what can you expect from the Vantage Pro Series? Vantage in general has insane aura, believe it or not. All the haters out there would like to disagree, but we have aura. We have ASAP Purge, so automatically we have aura.
Yeah, I'll talk crap about anyone on any day and not hold like it's lawn chair.
So, front row. Oh, look at this. Daniel Michel getting antsy. He wants the pace car to start going. He's going to get a penalty.
I was gonna say black flag him. He hit the pace car.
Chat, what do we think? Should we disqualify Daniel Michel before it even starts? All right, here we go. Looking at the field here. Of course, Daniel Michel going to be leading us to the green flag. How long? How big? Do we think... I'm out of words. Do we think Daniel Michel gets away cleanly? And if he does, do we think he runs away with it? Are we going to see another win here for Daniel Michel?
I'm going to be honest, seeing who's directly behind him in that second row, I think it's going to be a little bit of a anyone's game in the turn one. I feel like you might not get past turn one in terms of cautions here.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll see. Gonna be going green this time by. As here comes the field, slowly pacing. Look at that, the sun's setting. Usually in NASCAR, the race either starts and finishes in the day and starts and finishes at night, but it's never like a transition race.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a Bristol transition race. But I was going to say, when was the last time we had a race without the Purcell brothers in the Vantage Pro Series?
That's a good question. They were in the pre-race meeting. Very interesting. Well, nevertheless, here we go. Coming off the final corner, it's Daniel Michel leading the way to green. Green flag in the air. We are racing in the Vantage Pro Series at Bristol. It's a good start for the race leader. Do we keep it clean all the way through? Sure seems like it.
Looks like it, yeah. We're going to get through the first set of turns relatively cleanly. So I was already proven wrong. And
we do a full green flag
lap.
lap.
Wow.
Hoskins doing what he said he was going to do, running the bottom there. Morales did not get a very good start. He's all the way down to 4th already. I mean, he did qualify 3rd. And now he's got mirrors full of Hoskins. Those two have a bit of a history. Hopefully they don't come together here. There goes the
fourth. Inside of Morales. Is he going to be able to clear him?
Got him. Easily as well.
And yeah, Morales is just continuing to fall. Using that high line early on is not optimal here. It's kind of common sense for short tracks. You don't want to be riding that outside line early on in the run. He's in the wall. He was in the wall for a bit there.
Oh, here comes Kurt Bray trying to run the outside line there. He got a really good run into there, but of course, nowhere to go with the 71 in front of him. Kurt Bray's trying to weave through traffic right now, running in 9th place. but nowhere for the 99 to go. Daniel Michel already 4/10 of a second lead. William Hightower, winner at Daytona, winless since then. That was 18 weeks ago. Todd Lee running for Hightower. He could get there. He's only 4/10 down. Here comes Cole Snyder as well.
Cole Snyder had a pretty impressive run last week. What was it? When was it? I think it was Gateway, wasn't it? It was one of the tracks he was running really well at, and then actually spun the car out. With
It was
like
Martinsville.
was it last week?
Yeah, it was last week.
Yeah. He had a really impressive showing, and just unfortunately got caught up in some business that was not related to him. He was just a bystander.
Yep, that's how it goes sometimes. But right now he's running third. Pretty strong run so far. Clean race, dare I say. Not exactly all the chaos maybe we might have been expecting.
Yeah, I think maybe it's still a little early. Especially considering right there, there's a little
Some
pack
contact.
of cars right there.
Nah, they're
Yeah,
fine.
I'd say let's hold off on the jinxes right now.
Side by side racing. This is 5th and 6th place. No, 6th and 7th place. Kurt Bray around the outside.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that, or at least early on in the race, you don't want to be on the high line. In some cases, it's not really the strategy because there's no tire rubber up on the high lane, so you don't get as much grip. But you obviously see Kurt Bray making it work. He got past Morales, got past Ben Kuhn, and is actually challenging Jonathan Green right now on the outside too. So he is obviously finding a way to make it stick, despite the lack of grip on the high lane.
Yeah, he's got that pace right now. Up to 6th place is Kurt Bray. Up 7 spots from the start of this race. So excellent start for the 99 machine. Can he continue? Can he get like a driver of the days? Here's Jonathan Crosby all on his lonesome. Same for Hoskins. Running comfortably in 4th. What a big wiggle there. Almost cursed him.
Yeah, that especially with the Mother's Day scheme. I don't think we should even be. I think it's like when a pitcher throws a no-hitter, you can't be talking about them at all. Talk to them, like about them. Yeah, you can't. I think for the sakes of the Mother's Day paint scheme, we cannot focus on them at all today.
Don't even mention him on the
cannot
podcast.
risk.
We don't want to
Yeah,
curse
we'll
him.
just go by JH, I guess.
Yeah, JH running 4th.
No, I would really feel bad having him run so good in the Mother's Day car, dedicating this race to his mom, and him spinning out. That would be the worst Mother's Day gift ever.
That would be a terrible curse. I think we'd have to retire if we did that to Hoskins.
You would, yeah, definitely.
Me?
If anything, this is gonna be your doing. I'm gonna call it now. If we get a JH curse today, it's gonna be all entirely on you.
Chief Tinkeroo in the chat with the jokes. He's got the jokes. Thinks he's funny. But yeah, Snyder running well. There's the 47. Really clean race. Shockingly clean race. I can't believe it. Here's Landon Bednarz in the 11th spot. He's trying to run that same high line that you saw the 99 doing, and he's got the run off of 2. Off of 4.
I'm just saying. Notice certain drivers are not here today, and the race is running pretty clean. I'm not trying to instigate.
Whoa, is that a Purcell slander?
Oh, no, not Purcell. No. At least one of them. One of them is running the Call Quant, so he is safe from my absolute pack god roast for today. Everyone else, though.
Everyone's
is safe from the Aesop Dirge slander.
What about my goat, Eve Nyman? Making the second start here in the Pro Series.
Where's he at? Is he about to go a lap down already?
Well, what do you mean already? Give him a break. He's getting there. Parker Vance as well. He's going to be potentially the first car a lap down.
Well, where's Neiman from? I remember you said he's an international driver.
He's from Finland.
Oh, I thought we had 2 drivers from Poland because we have Propaganda.
AKA Mark.
Is he from Poland? So,
yeah, he's Polish. Vantage is a very international series.
Genuinely, yeah, we have like people from all sorts of. You tell me one racing server that has a Native American.
You can't. You can't. USRL.
That's because it's not because you know, Native Americans aren't common. It's more or less when you give them any sort of sport, racing is not going to be the first option.
It's
I
true.
can speak from first-hand accounts. Their first is definitely doing rodeos and stuff like that. I can definitely attest to that. Second is basketball, and then third is baseball. I think if you were to put it in rankings, I think racing would be like 29th. And I don't even think there's 29 sports in the world.
They would have to invent some new. Yeah, they wouldn't even be on the list.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to push a stereotype here.
I think
It's
that's
based on statistics.
Oh boy.
It's based on statistics. A lot of Native Americans come from.
Contact
Who
with
was
the
that?
wall.
Is the wall? Is that Hightower?
That was Hightower, yeah.
Hightower. That was Hightower. That's not important right now. Native Americans statistically come from low-income areas, so
Oh,
you
boy.
can imagine trying to go into a sport that probably requires the most amount of money competing
That's true.
compared to, say, doing rodeos, basketball, or baseball, where you just need talent.
Racing is a very expensive sport to get into.
Yeah.
Oh, as the 17 gets into second place, there's Cole Snyder getting past William Hightower. Good run for the rookie.
Yeah, but I think before we shift away from this little yap sesh, I think where you try, if you are native and you are trying to get into motorsports, I think the easiest and cheapest way to get in is through dirt bike racing, because that's certainly how my father went. At least almost got into dirt bike racing or into like motorsports through dirt bikes. It's very cheap, at least compared to other things like karting or stock cars.
Yeah, absolutely. Racing, very, very expensive. So a lot of people use sim racing as an alternative or affordable option.
Or I'm just saying, biggest life hack if you're a minority and wanting to race. NASCAR diversity program. They have applications like every other year. I'm actually on the wait list right now of applying, so expect to see Aesop Purge competing in the truck series in about 10 years time.
10 years. Morales, I
took
think.
Raja. Raja was like, what, 17 when he applied, and he's like almost 30 now, and he barely got his first season in the truck series.
Don't mean to cut you off, but I think Morales had a incident there. Nope, it's not going to give us a replay. Maybe not.
Ooh, another car on the wall. That's well, no, Morales is right there.
He is. I think he's just having some
blinking.
major connection issues for the 71.
Yeah, because it says he was out. Now he's back down a lap. So a lap car playing a factor here, as with netcode issues. So that's not going to be particularly something you want to see ahead of you, especially if you're William Hightower and Jacob Hoskins.
That's helping Hoskins right now.
That lap car.
Hoskins is closing in to a top three finish.
I mean, it's certainly helping him, but you got to think about when he catches Hightower and passes him. Now he's gonna have to be the one to deal with like Morales. So it's kind of a seesaw kind of thing where it goes back and forth, tug of war.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tug of war if he gets there. I don't know. He might have tried to use the lap cars like a pick. Maybe wait till he runs into that traffic. As we see, this is a fast forward position, by the way. Eve Nyman, David Morales should be there somewhere. There he goes. The connection issues persist for David Morales as Hightower is coming up to the back bumper. And don't look now. Look at Kurt Bray running in 5th, up 8 spots from where he started in 13th. And there goes the 99 at the bottom.
Oh, man. Imagine he goes back to back today. That'd be pretty cool to see. I'm not gonna lie.
That would be very cool. He's got tons of pace right now, tons of grip.
You know what? I just realized. Yeah, you know what? I think he just might have realized. I think when he was running that high line, I think he was actually tire saving, running that high line when there was, because early on in this race when no one's running that high line, it's unoptimal because there's not a lot of tire buildup there, so there's less grip. But you going wider in the corners gives you a lot of saved tires, so he can now push on the attack now compared to these other guys who've been gripping the bottom line and have less grip.
And there we see, there's the move. And he's going back to the top now. Maybe he just prefers the top. Seems to be working. Oh, wow. Well,
Oh,
top of the wall
big
maybe.
old tank slap.
He'll be all right. He's coming
I
up,
don't
though,
know.
on third place Hightower. He's got those laps cars in front of him. He's going to go to the high side. Here comes the
It's gonna be interesting
99.
now for Hoskins. Because if Kurt Bray, Hightower, and that lap car are all in a battle here, that's going to allow Hoskins to close in yet again. You see it right there. It's definitely going to be an interesting little scenario here. I think the lap cars will let them both through this time by.
Hoskins has to get out of this traffic. It looks like he's going to. A slight touch of the wall.
Yeah, but I can kind of see the tires are starting to kick in terms of wear now. You see a lot of these drivers starting to at least slap the wall on exit, maybe get a little wiggly on corner entry exit. So it's definitely getting to a point where having fresher tires is definitely going to be a huge benefactor here.
Absolutely. It's going to be a tire-saving kind of race. Daniel Michel running into some more traffic as well. That's Derek Fry in front of him. Look at all these cars he's got to navigate through.
Right? Mention gap to first.
Gap to first, 2.5 just about, but Hoskins, or excuse me, Michel, trying to get through traffic. Cole Snyder has clean air, basically. He's got one car in front of him right now.
There's got to be someone who's got to stop this dominance. Surely.
At some point in time, surely someone will get in there. Will it be this season? Who knows?
Yeah, I think there's two particular drivers that have a really great chance at aiming, but you know they know who they are.
Interesting. Todd in the chat says, "Did
Greatest
Morales
duo
finally
since,
blink out?" The answer
blink
is
out?
no.
Did he?
He's right here, still running, still going strong. Only a lap down. That's Fai and Bednar's swapping spots. The two Aftershock drivers. Will they make a bit of a blockade? An Aftershock blockade for their team owner to catch up? Who knows? It's possible. There is Hoskins. He's down to 7th. His pace has fallen off here. I think he smacked the wall a couple of times.
Yeah, I think it's that the tire wear I mentioned just a few laps ago starting to take an effect. And while Hoskins does seem to have the short and medium run speed, it's when the tires start to actually kick in terms of wear and he starts to really fall off. I think in his case, he needs to start managing the tires better.
Yeah,
I mean, we heard him say that he's going to be using the bottom line all night, right?
He did say that.
And
Here comes Cole Snyder, by the way, as they go 3 wide. Oh my goodness. Cole Snyder has caught the leader. Daniel Michel is trying to navigate this traffic. Gets around Hoskins. Oh no, he doesn't!
Oh, this is going to get real crazy.
Bit of
There it
contact.
was. Oh man. Got ourselves a battle for the lead here. Great. And he's blinking.
There he goes.
Oh, that's not great.
Cole Snyder blinking. He's trying to blink himself into the lead. This has got to be tough for
no.
Michel. You can't really fight a blinking car because
He's
you don't
off.
know where he is.
He's off the blinker right now.
He is off the blinker. One to the high side, one to the low side. Cole Snyder versus Daniel Michel. The lap traffic was not kind. This is a car spinning in the back. Who was that?
Oh no.
Got a couple of guys with
Caution, so apparently.
connection issues, it would
Yeah, I
seem.
don't know. I guess today is just not a great day for racing. A lot of people, yeah, like you said, a lot of people have connection issues. As Michelle's in the wall just now. So
Michel bounces off the wall there.
this lap car is starting to get in the way a little bit. It's going to allow for Snyder to get back within range again.
He couldn't get there. The 71, excuse me, the 73 in the wall. Here comes Cole Snyder. Michel off the wall. A rare mistake from Daniel Michel. Opens the door for Cole Snyder to take the lead. Can he clear him off of 4? Yes, he can.
does.
He got him. New race leader, the rookie Cole Snyder. Could this be the answer we were waiting for?
Best thing since sliced bread.
Could be. Best thing since sliced Michel.
Yeah.
Kurt Braid, 9 seconds
Wow,
back.
the entire field was basically lapped.
Just
That's
about.
crazy.
It's a long green flag run at Bristol. Only a 14-second lap. As you can see, Snyder's now starting to pull away.
Yeah, Michelle had a little bit of... I think he may have gotten thrown off his groove with that lap car. That lap car seemingly actually had the same line that Michelle was taking. So Michelle had to do some drastic ways to try and navigate around the car, and he just ended up not benefiting from that. He's actually losing time to the new race leader.
He is now. 1.4 seconds is the gap. Could this be it? Could this be the great fall of Michelle? There's still a lot of race to go as we see cars bouncing off the wall in the background. Jonathan Crosby in the 73, still off the wall. Sir, you are not Vans. Get off that wall.
Dare I say, despite everything that's gone on in terms of contact, collisions, we have not had a caution yet. So,
Caution free through 68 laps, 68 and a half.
yeah. Out of the how many here? We have what?
237.
Let's see. Okay, that's not as bad, but it's still a lot.
It is a long race. Stage should be around to lap 95.
Unfortunately. Actually, no, that's an equalizer, so we're gonna love that. We'd love stage cautions.
Good old gimmicks. Should have closed things up a little bit.
Yeah,
2.8
we already had
is the
one gimmick. Another gimmick.
Morales trying to get his lap back. He's got to get past Michelle, then he's got to get past Snyder. As Michelle in the wall. His first stint hasn't really gone his way.
Honestly, I don't think really any stint for these drivers has gone their way. The only person who seemed to have benefited from this, if any, is Snyder and
Cole Snyder.
Kurt Ray.
That's true. Kurt Ray has had a great comeback. He's kind of stabilized now. But yeah, Cole Snyder's going to be going through traffic again. There's Hoskins now 2 laps down. The rest of these guys about to be put 2 laps down. Ooh, these guys are just bouncing off the wall. If you can keep it off the wall, I think you're going to be doing okay. But problem is everyone's bouncing off the wall at some point. Oh dear. Bit of a lag spike there for Purge's audio.
Yeah, I get sexual traffic. Is it fixed or is it still glitching out?
There's Hoskins' mom in the chat. Love to see that. Love the support here in the Vantage Pro Series. Just ahead of the leader. This is, 45 bouncing off the wall slightly.
Yeah, I mean, do we get a perhaps Hoskins' mom curse today? You wish him luck and he crashes out. That'd be the funniest thing ever. It wouldn't
No,
even
that'd
be
be
in our hands
terrible.
at this point either. It would just be. I don't know. I feel like there'd be a little bit of an irony in there. At least somewhere in that.
Speaking of Hoskins, I think
I'm
he's
not
making
actively rooting for it.
a scheduled
just
pit
saying.
stop. There he is. We don't want to give him too much of a curse. He's exiting the pits though, right in front of a pack. Gotta be careful here, and he manages it just fine. That's the 21 up ahead of Tyler Smith. Running third, by the way. He's kind of quietly running third. He's got past Kurt Bray, so they've swapped spots. Kurt Bray's tire is probably starting to fall off just a little bit. But green flag running so far.
Yeah, there's definitely something about this track here where the line kind of shifts and merges back into that wall. So it's definitely not the last time we'll see someone tank slap that wall like just we saw now.
Yeah, it's going to be a shifting track, especially starting in the day and going to the nighttime, which, as mentioned, you don't really see during Bristol races. It's either one or the other.
The unfortunate thing about this whole scenario, I can't hate watch because his mom's watching, so I gotta be nice. I was telling you last night, I can't hate watch on him at all because he's running my paint scheme for the rest of the season, but he's not even doing that today.
Well, I
So
think
today was the one only chance. Yeah, he had the sponsor, but I'm at like a full car. So I could have been on hate watch today, but one, it's a Mother's Day scheme, and two, his mother is in the chat, so I can't even hate watch.
That's true. You
I
gotta
have to be nice.
Respect all mothers.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day, Ethan and McLean. Mother's Day.
Hoskins is going slowly. He seems to be having some issues.
Oh, Chief Dinker's in the chat. Oh no.
I think he had to jump back to the pits. Something might have happened on the 47 there. Important to note, we did not
Chief
curse.
Dinker.
Chief's gonna
Yeah.
hate watch. Oh,
Uh-oh. Yeah, hate watch one of those mothers in the chat. That's got to be terrible.
On Jacob Hoskins, some news on him. He
Sure.
was iRacing temporarily disqualified for black flag violations. However, due to circumstances, we have removed those disqualifications. So he's back on track, but he got a 3-lap down penalty. So he's now 8 laps down compared to 5.
well. Care to expand why that happened, or was it just a bit of a iRacing moment?
So he had a meatball for wall contact, aka black and orange flag, for excessive damage due to excessive contact with the wall.
Oh, okay.
He served that, but I think he did something wrong with it because he then got another black and orange flag. This time we think for tires, but it could be for more damage, and he failed to serve that one.
Okay, well, either way, he's back on track. Got some work to do. Thanks for the insight there, Elliot.
Absolutely.
Do you consider that a curse?
Well, it's certainly not a good thing. That being said, there's a lot of race left. It's not over yet. We've gone green the whole way, though. I'm still surprised.
I don't know about that, Nika. Yeah, like you said, we've gone green. And being more than maybe 2 laps down here is basically a race killer. Because this track is so short.
It is very, very short. Kirby, by the way, down to 6th. I think these walls, they're closing in, it feels like.
You know, that's the one thing I'm excited for whenever I eventually make my Pro Series debut, is I get to have my parents watching.
I just know that Chief's going to have a hate watch of a Millennium that day as well.
No, if anything, he's probably going to rizz up my mom, if anything. I think we're being honest here.
Why your mom?
But, because it's a girl and Chief Dinker loves women.
Interesting. Caution is out. We got one.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's actually I think that's the stage caution. We aren't paying much attention. But then there again, there is Eve Nyman. So we'll see what happened, actually. First caution of the day. Brought to you by the one, the only. Whoa, bit of a glitch.
Brought to you by Tay-Fi Artist.
Absolutely. Tay-Fi Artist. Let's see what happened with Eve. Let's go back to...
Oh, I'm reading the chat and I'm looking at how much this man is folding. Lawn chair. Absolute lawn chair.
So this was Eve Nyman. He's got David Morales behind him. Oh, contact. Oh, around
David
goes.
Morales terrorism. My goodness.
Yeah, there it is. On lap 93 is when the caution came out. Driver's going to be coming into the pits now.
That's just,
oh, Kurt Wright.
How many laps away was that?
Away from the stage?
How many laps was that caution away from our stage? Or is it the stage
I think it's the stage now. I think we're at it.
Wow, perfect timing. Well, waste of a caution, but hey.
Yeah, we don't get a stage break
Whatever
now.
it takes to get a caution out here. Yeah. Good job, David Morales. God.
Yeah, thanks, David. So we didn't get to it in the pre-show, but let's go ahead and take a look as they come into today at the championship standings, the playoff standings. Here's the reset, round of 6. Only 6 drivers remain, only 3 make the championship 4. Daniel Michel has a host of playoff points. Just by virtue of starting today, he's basically locked into the championship race. Kyle Purcell, not here. Sean Purcell, not here. That's huge for the likes of Bednar's, Hightower, and Hoskins, who can eke a little bit closer to that cut line.
Definitely. I think Hoskins is probably going to be the main benefactor from this. Look at him. He is...
30.
It's been almost an entirely uphill battle for him since the start of the playoffs here. He has Bristol, which he's doing right now. He's not doing too well. But with Purcell brothers missing today's race, the Daytona Road Course, so he'll have a bit of an advantage. And then he has Talladega. I think Hoskins might be one of the biggest threats when it comes to the drafting tracks here. So there is a great chance we see a Jacob Hoskins Linsanity run.
He could get there. He said he was trying to channel his inner Logano in the playoffs. He won the first race at Atlanta, got through on a technicality and a disqualification with Todd Lee in the previous round. And, I mean, here we are, 3 races away from the championship. We got both Purcells out. That could be all he needs. If he survives Daytona Road Course, like you said, he's a good threat at the drafting tracks.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting, but his struggle seems to get worse as he's still in the pits. I think they're going green now. He's still in the pits.
Yeah, he
It's
is in the
not-
pits. Coming to the green flag. There it is. Green flag back in the air. Daniel Michelle leading us to green. Tyler Smith in second. Only 5 cars in the lead lap. One of them is Derek 5. Doesn't look like it was too much of an organized restart, honestly. Michelle leads. A lot of
Wiggle
cars.
from high tower. I think that was high tower. Yeah, it was high tower. Out of turn 4, he got a little wiggle. Great though. Straight enough to not make contact anyway.
Doing all right so
They've
far.
already fouled out.
Getting close to the wall. Cole Snyder's running third. He's got about 6 cars between himself and Tyler Smith. He gets past one or gets by one. There's second place Tyler Smith. I count 3 cars between them. Lapped cars. So far, so good here at Bristol. 1 caution due to contact with Eve Nightman and David Morales. Other than that, it's been smooth sailing. 102 laps down. Sage is gone. We are racing to the end here. Do we go green to the end, do you think, Birch? Seems like Perch might be having some connection issues there. Maybe his mic is muted. Not sure what's going on. I'm sure he'll get back in here at some point.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, there we go.
I had to kill a cockroach.
Oh, all right. Well, love that for you.
Yeah, I had to scream so you guys wouldn't hear my manly. I mean, I had to mute so you wouldn't hear my manly scream.
Your battle
Crawled
cry.
in through the open window I had.
Oh, Kurt Bray.
Oh no!
Kurt Bray. Oh no, that's Landon Bednar's. Surely a caution. Yes, it is.
And that's gonna benefit Hoskins. My goodness.
It is. Although he's still in the pits, but it's gonna get him closer. Kurt Bray.
Bednar's DNFs from that. Hoskins just needs to get back out, run laps, and he can overtake him.
Very, very true. Caution number 2 on the day. Brought to you by TFI Artist and brought to you by Kurt Bray. Let's take a look to see exactly what happened here with the 99 car. We saw it happen in real time, actually, which is pretty good. But there's the 99. Did he just... Oh, contact? Is that William Hightower?
Yeah, he could be the bearer of more bad news here. But Jacob Hoskins is essentially out of this race.
Terrible news.
The quote from Jacob Hoskins: "I messed up and wore my right front tire down to 0. Went several laps down and got damage. My race is essentially over. Sorry, Mom." That's got a sting.
Yep, that's not how you want your race to go on a special night. But even then, he'll still get closer to the cut line. He's going to be no higher than 13th place with Crosby out. That's...
Gotta hurt. That's all I can
23.
say. It's plain and simple.
That's 23 points for him. Even if he doesn't run another lap.
If you could bring up the standings at least, we could at least see where that would put him in terms of the Purcell brothers.
Let's take a look real quick. 23 points to Hoskins total. It's going to be at 38.
Well, it looks like, yeah, he's only gonna move up maybe 1 spot in all of this. He'll go from 6th to 5th. Not a great day.
He'll be closer, though. He'll be closer to Kyle Purcell, who was a ways ahead of him. Sean Purcell, he'll jump him.
Yeah.
But he'll
I
still
mean,
need to work.
again, it's not over. It's not completely over. You still have Talladega. Talladega is basically the play-in. Like, how would you? Yeah, essentially, it's a play-in kind of style thing. If you were to convert this into basketball terms, that is basically the play-in. You get a free Mickey Mouse win into the Final Four if you're into the top 6 here.
Yeah, you could.
Or Final 3, my apologies.
The championship 3 for the 2nd season running. Daniel Michelle looks like he's going to be in there.
Yeah, it's a great thing that Daniel Michel's going to get disqualified today for technical issues, so we won't have to worry about Hoskins making up too many points.
Yeah.
Manifesting it. I manifested both Josh Berry and Chris Buescher DNFing at Texas over the weekend. Let's see if I can manifest Daniel Michel DNFing.
Oh, praying on his downfall. Well, let's see what happens here. Coming back to green, and there we go. Racing once again at Bristol. Daniel Michel with a great start. Leading the pack into turn one. He's clear. Tyler Smith has company in the form of Cole Snyder. I lost my words there for a second. Don't discount Jonathan Green, by the way. Trying to get there. That's David Morales behind him.
I don't even know who to hate watch anymore. My hate watch is not in the race anymore.
You manifested it. You ruined his day. And his mom's day, by the way. Hope you're happy.
That's what they get for infringing on my special missing and murdered Indigenous women's paint scheme.
Infringing?
Infringing on the spotlight. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously not. I did not mean it.
Digging a hole.
I did not mean to manifest. I did not mean to manifest him DNFing.
Massive.
We love. No.
Yes.
If anything, it was not me. No, it was you.
Me.
I specifically said I was not. We should not refer to him at all. Sure, he does good. And what did you do immediately after? You mentioned him. So if anything,
That's
this
true.
falls all
I'm
on
just
you.
doing my job as a commentator. Speaking of, Jacob's mom in the chat says props to the announcers. Thank you for coming out to watch. Hopefully you tune in for future events as well.
Yeah, if you're gonna tune in for any race, I would say tune in for Talladega in what, 2 weeks here?
2 weeks.
That is definitely where you'll see your son potentially challenge for a win here. Be up front all day. I can promise you that.
So is that a 2 weeks in advance curse? Is he gonna crash out on lap one?
That's actually a 2 weeks in advance win manifest. I'm manifesting it now. 2 weeks away, Jacob Hoskins gets his second DPS win.
Are you calling it now? Interesting. Very
Either he
interesting.
wins or he's flipping. There's no middle ground.
Winning or flipping. I love it. Here comes Cole Snyder. Looking for P2. On board with the 17.
That's a pizza in the car. Kind of hungry. Do you think they DoorDash up into the booth here?
Yeah, that'd be great if they did.
Have you tried it? And don't lie. I know you already have. So just tell us all the truth.
Whoa, what do you? That's rich coming from you, first of all.
Okay. All right. Bet. Next race graphic. We'll both take body shots and we'll show them side by side for the next race graphic next week. And we'll truly settle this debate.
We'll get demonetized so fast.
No, we're not gonna get demonetized because you're not gonna show your picture. You're gonna back down. You're gonna get excuses. Oh, I'm sorry. I was busy. Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
busy
So
the
you're
whole week.
tubbier than me.
I probably am. Anyways, back to the race. Since Purge is fat shaming on national television.
Yeah. I think that this entire little segment right here is probably why someone wants me out of this booth. But hey, can't always get your way. Gotta live to learn with that.
Wait, what are we showing? Chief wasn't paying attention. We're not gonna go back over it. Purge is trying to get me to show a topless picture on stream.
Body shot. Yeah. No, I didn't say it had to be explicit. I just said it had to be a picture of you. You're the one who interpreted it as a bikini pic, you sicko.
Oh wow, that's a great story in the chat. Jacob's mom said she went to Bristol instead of her senior prom.
I can respect that.
Yeah, I can respect that as well. It's pretty awesome.
I would definitely take going to a restrictor play over anything. That's actually probably my biggest goal right now is to go back to
Talladega.
Last
I think Hoskins
I know my
back
first
out on
and
track.
only.
He's not giving up.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's just and Kurt Bray's out too.
That's one more point. Could be.
So that's one more point if he can just overtake him. That's one more point. But as I was gonna mention, I would love to go to Super Speedway again. My last and only time I've ever gone to a Super Speedway was Daytona, 2007. I was only a couple months old, but regardless. Actually, yeah, I was about 1 year old.
Whoa, Miss Hoskins is a Mark Martin fan? That's actually extremely based.
Oh, she is gonna love Joe Gang.
You ever hear of... Look at this.
The Vantage version.
Look at this battle for the lead, by the way. Top three all
Yeah.
within half a second.
Yeah, the battle's cool and all, but I love it without Hoskins' mother. He seems like a very delightful person.
Yeah, absolutely. Love to have fan interaction, especially parent interaction.
Her on the
That's
podcast.
very cool. Get her on the pod.
Yeah, I've seen enough. Put her on. Anybody but Aesop Purge at this point, according to Cheap Thinker.
Talladega instead of prom. That's right. My mistake. Talladega was instead of prom is probably so electric. If Mark Martin was
It would've
racing,
been so much. Yeah, exactly.
that must have been peak Gen 4 era.
I think. Let's see. That's like. Yeah, that's definitely prime. Like, no doubt about it. That's like 90s, 2000s era NASCAR at super speedways is absolutely insane.
Are we dropping frames? I think we're good.
Well, on the plus side, on good news here, Hoskins did eventually overtake Kurt Bray's. So now
24 points.
Hoskins has another point. Yes.
Well, it's important not to give up. As Parker Vance coming into the pits, he could close up to Parker Vance, get another point there. If Vance continues to have struggles.
Who was the driver that got knocked out last week? I'm trying to remember.
Of the playoffs?
Oh, it was Todd Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Todd Lee and who else? Todd Lee, was it Ben Kuhn? I think so.
Ben Kuhn as
I
well.
know Todd Lee
Derek
wasn't
Fye.
good. Yeah. So, yeah, and of course, all those guys are here today.
They sure.
Well, not Todd Lee. Todd Lee is serving a race banner now.
He
for his
is.
despicable acts.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Shame on you. Actually, I don't even know what incident we're talking about. Was it the one with the
intent wreck? Unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. My point stands.
Can we talk about Cole Snyder right now? How he's keeping pace with Daniel Michel. His fastest lap is the same time as Daniel Michel's. Could be,
Well. With only less than 100 to go here.
could be the Cole era.
Daniel Michel. Yeah, the Daniel Michel show is over. This feels like that one scene in Cars 3 where at the very last second, Jackson Storm overtook that fraud Lightning McQueen to start his dominance.
Are you calling Daniel Michel washed and a fraud?
I think so. I think we need to send him down to Chinese F4 if he's going to lose to a rookie.
Well, let's not discount Cole Snyder.
Oh, no, for sure. Regardless, losing to a rookie regardless, no matter their skill range, is still bounds for F4 Chinese leagues.
You know, the last race... Oh, we got...
Guys, you need praise. You need to praise Daniel. We need something to happen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you gotta stop calling him a fraud, or else he's gonna win by a lap.
Ah, fine. Daniel Michel has a lot of pace today, honestly.
Oh, you can't force it. Elliot had to go out of his way.
Okay.
Elliot had to go out of his way to say... to get a curse on Daniel Michel. I mean, it's only 0.6 of a second.
Yeah, I guess.
Anything could
Just like
happen.
to mention that, yeah, sure. Ooh, Parker Vance is out, it says now, so that's going to be yet another
it could
spot.
be.
Oh, Bednar's too.
Oh, no, Bednar's, I think, was just having
that
a...
was Yeah, but I do think Vance might be out here. Maybe a little team order. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, I don't see why not.
According to Mrs. Hoskins, I don't know if we actually. I don't know if we can say the story out loud. I don't know. It's a little. It's a little borderline. I would love to say the story, but I don't know. It's up to the big man right here.
What's
This is on big.
Whoa! All right. First of all, second of all, what's the story? The
You know what? I'll just say it. If we get demonetized, oh well. According to Mrs. Hoskins, I never got beads. I always refer to Talladega as a redneck Mardi Gras. I kept the PG one there. No puppies were set free. LOL.
puppies set free is pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, she kept it.
Speaking of puppies, look at this newborn rookie here. I don't know. I tried to cram that in. A little force.
Speaking of setting free, Cole Snyder's trying to set us free of this Daniel Michelle reign.
Oh, he just one up me. You know what? I see how it is.
A
here.
true professional.
I could leave right now if you
No,
want,
no.
if you want to do this by yourself. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Let's go on board with Cole Snyder. Can he reel him in? Oh, look at this angle. This is great. Gyro cam.
Oh.
If you have motion sickness, look away.
Presenting the chocolate starfish in the hot dog water. It's just one of those days. I think we need to start doing those. Oh, I have a great idea for new Vantage content on the Instagram page. Have you ever seen those like NASCAR flyby cams they do? And it's playing like old dad rock. We need to do that, but with VPS. That'd be a great promo.
Just dad rock? With the
Yeah.
flyby?
I do like 3 Doors Down or something.
Three Doors Down is not dad rock.
Those right there. What do you mean?
It came out when I was like in middle school.
And how old was your dad?
My dad?
Exactly, it's dad rock.
No, dad rock is like 70s music. Like
I mean, divorced dad rock. Sorry,
divorced
I
dad
should
rock.
be more
Okay, yeah,
specific.
there we go.
Divorced dad rock. There we go. Sorry, completely blanked it there. That's my bad.
Good thing Snyder is here.
Let's see.
Someone that has to give Daniel some threat next season, says Kyle Purcell. And his name
just
is
wait until
Aesop Perk.
just wait. Yeah, real government name dropping when I make my debut. It'd be kind of crazy.
Gonna set up your iRacing account with Aesop Purge.
Yeah, keep the aura. Oh, Chief thinks
Yeah.
I'm hate watch, calling you unk.
Not everyone was born in 2010, Chief. My mistake. Sorry, buddy.
I was born in 2006. That's a flex. I was one of the last OGs in this world.
All right. Don't ever say that again.
That's crazy to think. I was 3 years old when you were in what, high school? Maybe? When did you graduate?
2014 is when I graduated. Thank
2014.
you. Yep.
I was a solid 3rd or 4th grade. Maybe even 2nd. No, I think 2nd. I think it was 2013. So 2014 was definitely either 3rd or 4th grade.
Look at Miss
That is,
Miss Hoskins loves 3 Doors Down. You better respect 3 Doors Down, buddy. I remember the first
I'm telling
time
you.
I heard 3 Doors Down on the classic rock radio station in my town. I was like, there's absolutely no chance. They played like a Led Zeppelin song, and afterwards they played 3 Doors Down.
Hey man, I remember the first time I think it was freshman year, I was introduced to Pink Floyd. That was definitely a canon event. That was great.
That was a core memory.
That was great. I remember that. Money by Pink Floyd, first ever song I was introduced to by them.
Stings, don't it, bud? All right. Does your knee make a creaky sound? How did this get into a calling me old competition in the chat? What am I? What are we doing here?
I like that one Mr. Krabs meme where he has like the blinker on his fucking. I mean, whoa!
On stream?
on
God.
his on his butt crack or his butt, he had like the little blinker on, and the dude was getting mad because he had his blinker on.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that. You're
that's
gonna
how I
start
feel.
forgetting. Yeah, you're gonna start forgetting your blinker every time you turn now.
Called the Offspring old person music? the other day. The Offspring is not old person. Maybe it is. Maybe we're just getting old. Maybe it's over for me.
You know what the biggest like mind freak was for me, like ever, was discovering Fleetwood Mac had been making songs since the 70s. I thought they were like an 80s or 90s band. They've been making songs since the 70s.
Yeah, they've been around for. I mean, Stevie Nicks.
And the Chain song from 1977, I think actually, either 77 or 76. That song is almost 50 years old. I think it actually might be 50 years old, if not getting close to that age point. It's crazy to think about.
I think we just spent the last 25 laps talking about Divorced Dad Rock. We haven't even mentioned the race one time. Calling me old. But
to be fair, this battle hasn't really gone anywhere. It's kind of been the same gap since.
I think they're just kind of saving gas. We haven't seen any green flag pit stops besides for damage. Yeah. It's just we had the two cautions. Everyone kind of pit around then, and that was it, really.
Yeah, I would like to mention though before we go back to yapping about whatever. Hoskins has passed Bednar's in terms of position. So
that's another point.
That's I'm really going to benefit him in this race, but in the playoffs, because Bednar's is a driver he's battling in the playoffs too.
That is true. He'll get 1 point closer to Bednar's, which, it could be the difference. It really could.
Yes, exactly. I already know those, but shifting off topic a little bit here. I already know there's gonna be that one little guy. We all know him. It's absolutely seething at just the thought of us talking about Divorced Dad Rock. At least we're engaging with the viewers.
Let us know how you really feel. Can't really curb raise up in this race too.
If I said what was on my mind, I would not be allowed on the.
Yeah, last time you spoke your mind, you slandered about 5 different people on a podcast.
It's not actually. I'm going to stop myself before I say something I'm going to regret again.
Never hold himself back. The gap has grown, by the way. Here comes. That's William Hightower, who's running in 6th right now. A couple laps down.
See, exactly. The second we started talking about we shifted away from the Dad Rock is when the gap increased. So I'm just saying. Despite the advice from one particular little, I think we should continue talking about Dad Rock so we get a battle back on our hands.
That's true. Mrs. Hoskins was born in 76. Said she graduated in 96, I think. She graduated when I was born.
I mean, she grew up in the prime era of NASCAR as a teenager, dude. That's got to be sick.
Teenager and prime Gen 3.
Oh. Exactly. As a little kid, like growing up, you got to experience both the 80s and 90s NASCAR.
And what do we get now?
I can only imagine.
What do we get now? We get playoffs. We get playoffs and stages and green-white checkers.
The Gen 7 needs a lot of tweaking before I can consider it good. The only thing that redeems it is the blowovers. I'm a fan of blowovers.
He is a fan of blowovers. We've yet to have one here
today. Other than that, we've yet to have one since when? When was the last time we had a flip in the Pro Series?
It's been a little while. Maybe in the Pro
Series? I think we haven't had a flip since... Actually, we haven't even had a car lift off the ground since the Truck Series at Atlanta.
That's true. That was a great race, by the way. Atlanta always puts on a good story. Ancient. Everyone's calling me ancient. The grandpa of the league? That actually might be true.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not even the oldest FIA member.
Yeah.
I'm not even the oldest admin. Thank you very much.
You're definitely the unkiest.
I don't... What does that even mean? Are these guys ever going to pit?
I don't know.
It's been almost 100 laps.
No, surely not.
No,
I think they're going to pit here in a few.
93 was the last pit stop. .5 is the gap. 3 drivers on the lead lap. Soon to be 2 if Dan Michelle can get to... Well, if it can't get off this wall, never mind. There's Eve Nyman. Mike Tython. Yeah, Mike Tython might be the oldest in the server.
Yeah, he's like 70.
A fuel run is about 120, says Parker
Parker should be maybe with around 30 laps to go, maybe?
Yeah, we got a little bit of time. It's going to be a splash and dash basically to the end. Unless we get a caution. And then it's kind of going to throw things in a bit of a loop. There's Derek Fye. Looking for a position, maybe? They're just trying to get some track position.
Yeah, speaking of ancient,
All right.
what was your best NASCAR memory, Nico?
Well, if I say, you're just going to call me old.
No, I'm genuinely interested. I want to know what your favorite was.
I think my favorite NASCAR memory was the 2007 Pepsi 400 when Jamie McMurray won the photo finish over Kyle Busch. That was
okay, yeah.
peak Gen, the last Gen 4. Oh,
Right.
4.
I think
That's not too.
William, Tyler, David, and Derek are about to go 4 wide in some parts.
Oh, nice.
Oh no!
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
They actually did almost make
Thank you.
some contact.
Oh, did they?
As you said that, yeah, you were.
Oopsies! I almost manifested something on accident.
A lot of cars here. Oh, there's David. Whoa.
Oh! Hoskins. Hello, Hoskins.
Hoskins in the car. You know who Hoskins' car reminds me of? In the opening scenes of Cars the movie.
Check.
No. In the opening scenes of Cars the movie, there's an number 84 Apple car. Yeah.
I have that car. I don't know where I have it. I have it somewhere in my room. They have an unopened version of that car.
Oh, the
It's
leader
like
is in.
$2.
Leader's in the pits. Cole Snyder's in as well. Top 2 are in. All right, this is it. This is make or break time. Cole Snyder.
Yeah.
Cole Snyder jumps him.
Whoa!
Splash and dash.
I
Maybe
think that was just
didn't take tires, perhaps.
he needs tires, you idiot.
Oh, this is literally cars. He did the thing.
Goodness. Passing, he did the thing in the red car too.
And Daniel Michelle's in the green car.
Oh my goodness.
We just need a blue car to get involved.
We don't have a blue. Yeah, we don't have a blue car, unfortunately. I don't track at all today.
There's not a single blue car in the field. There's not, is there? Oh, there's
Not a
a
single blue car.
Eve Nightman.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, no. He's a rookie though. We can't call him
true.
the Unk. He's a rookie.
Well,
Call you an Unk. You have blue in your profile picture.
I do.
Unk.
But what? How is Michelle leading this race? What happened with Cole Snyder?
Cheating. He's cheating. Black magic.
Daniel takes 2. How did he get around him though? Oh, we must have missed it. We're too busy talking about cars.
Great job, Unk.
William Hightower, by the way, is somehow in second place.
We've seen Hoskins to somehow gain how many laps is down? 23 laps down? We need 23 cautions here.
Oh my god.
I beg.
23 cautions the next.
Please, it's Mother's Day. We have to, if this is the one scripted race we had to have pulled off, it would have to be this one. His mom's in the chat watching him get a second win ever would be phenomenal.
That would be pretty amazing. But right now, the 2 main contenders separated by miles. 39 laps to go. Daniel Michelle's all on his own right now. Oh, Mark Martin in the 2007 Daytona 500. Praying for 23 cautions.
Well, that's a funny story with that. I was actually at that race. I was a solid, I don't even think I was a year old yet. I think I was a couple of months away from
So
turning a
you've
year
been
old
at the
when I
same
went to that
track
race.
as Hoskins' mom.
I don't know if she said she was at that track. She might have been watching
Oh, that's
it.
true.
But I was actually at that race. I was at the 2006 race in my mama's belly. I was at the 2007 race in my mama's.
Arms?
What are those little things that you strap? Like the thing that you hold a baby in.
Like a swaddle type of, oh, it's like a,
Like a little backpack.
yeah,
Like
but
the
on
ones
your
that,
front.
like you wear up front, yeah. Yeah, the front. I've been one of those. And then we have not been back to Daytona since.
Here
Long
goes,
drought.
here goes Cole Snyder. He gets 3rd place. He's got some pretty good pace. He's got to find about 7 seconds to get up to Daniel Michelle, though. Or a caution.
Yeah. Appearance also went to the 2006 Coca-Cola 600. I
Oh,
have
Eve Nyman.
Oh no!
He's
The
saves
king's
it.
off.
He saves it. Gets to that, McQueen. Here goes Cole Snyder looking for second. He's got to get past Derek Fye, the lapped car, and the 45 of William Hightower. Right up against the wall.
Bumper. But,
Where does he go? Nowhere to go. No, I was in the chair that fell over. Didn't win. Oh, that's even worse. As there goes Cole Snyder. So 7.5 seconds. Oh, man. Can he do it?
What do you think your biggest ever heartbreak loss was? In terms of watching like NASCAR, like and just any race ever.
Russia 2021 F1. Lando's.
Mine's got to be, I think, mine's a little more recent, but that's because this is like the first time I've ever actually rooted for like an underdog team in terms of sports. Because I used to be just a big Truex and Dale Jr. fan, so I never really experienced pain. But the 2024 Watkins Glen Cup race with Shane Van Gisbergen could have gotten Kaulig their third Cup win, and he hit the inside guardrail with 1 to go. He had to clear that bus stop, and he would have been home free. That was probably the worst moment ever.
That was pretty bad
for me. And I think also Chicago, it was either 22 or 23, Chicago Street Course. Daniel Hemrick was leading. He got passed by Bowman of all people.
Yeah.
That was, I think, 23.
That was last year.
Actually, that might have been the same year. I think that might have been the same year. Yeah.
Bowman was last year.
2 heartbreaks in a single year.
SVG was 23, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 heartbreaks in the same year. That's 2. Yeah. Yeah. Now you just get to see how traumatizing it is to be a Kaulig fan. And then you have Daniel Hemrick, 23 again, at the Xfinity race at Talladega. He flipped over, leading the race through a bad block and flipped himself over.
That'll happen.
My goodness, the struggles of being a Kaulig fan is horrible. I guess that just makes every win feel much more important.
Chastain HPHing Allmendinger at Coda for me. It says.
Oh my goodness,
Kyle
that
Purcell.
was genuinely. Yeah, I remember that. That was genuinely because that was another Kaulig mishap too. Kaulig could have had 4 wins, but 5 Cup wins potentially if they didn't screw themselves over.
To be fair, Coda kind of wasn't their fault. Just a little bit of terrorism.
Oh, I don't think we're going to see any terrorism here, of course, because that gap is what, nearly 4 seconds now.
It's almost 7. Where do you see a 4 at?
Oh, I read it wrong. I saw 4 for a second. I'm kind of sitting far away from my laptop screen. So
Ben
no!
Kuhn going slowly. Gets out of the way. We got 21 laps to go.
Come on, guys, do something. We need a caution here.
Only 3 cautions on the day. One of them was basically the stage caution. There goes the leader. Only the top 3 now are on the lead lap. Make it the top 2. Goodness gracious. Although the gap is closing, 6.6. When he came out of the pits, it was 6.7. Although I don't know if there's going to be enough time for Cole Snyder. Can we see Daniel Michel lapping the field at Bristol? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. He's closing. Here he comes.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a pretty good job, honestly. All things considered, even with the rookie in hand, he's actually done a pretty solid job, even with the threat of him.
We got some Carl Edwards hate in the chat from Kyle Purcell. Hoskins' mom said that she was at the 09 Dega race when he flipped into the catch fence. That must have been pretty generational.
Oh, man. I love how people always get to share their happy experience when it comes to sports, but I've just suffered.
Yeah, you don't have any. You just pure suffering.
The Sun Devils nearly won that. I actually almost broke down in the tears seeing them about to win, and then obviously Texas had to just pull some miracle.
I'll tell you what.
Arizona almost got swept in the World Series. The Suns got swept by the Bucks. Oh my goodness.
The Cardinals.
The Cardinals haven't been. They got blown out the last wild card they went to, and then now Phoenix is losing its championship track privileges, my goodness, dude, it is horrible to be an Arizona fan.
I would say it could be worse, but I don't think it could be.
I don't think it can. The only thing I think the only way it gets worse is just living in a state without any sports teams, like New Mexico. But
Like
even
Mexico,
then, I still think they do better than Arizona.
That's true because
They've got a
there's no
pretty good
teams
basketball
to
team.
no teams to lose here, except for the college, I guess.
Oh, football, but I mean, we don't count college football. We barely count it.
Mark was at the 2023 Miami GP. Those tickets must have been $10 million.
Yeah, no kidding. I remember, I think when Vegas tickets dropped, my parents wanted to go, just to go. We looked at tickets, 5,000 each.
Yep.
Not just for general admission, each.
Each.
I
Yeah,
was like, no way.
they were there. It's not cheap.
Yeah, it sucks how much F1 has gone down the hill in terms of spectacle. It used to be you show up to watch the racing. Now it's just you show up for the
Celebrities.
vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're focusing too much on the spectacle or the quote unquote aura.
flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of
I
damage
think-
there.
Oh man. Hoskins challenging for the lead. Someone's off again. Oh,
That's Ben Kuhn going slowly. It's out of the way. 7 to go.
Yeah, I think
to go.
the moment F1 stopped being about racing was when they removed the chain from their opening intro.
That was like 2002.
Actually, it was 2011, buddy. Get it right.
Oh. Maybe we'll add it to our intro. 'Cause we're about the racing here.
Yeah, exactly. I'll personally email Stevie Nicks and Mr. Fleetwood himself. I'll be like, I'm a Make-A-Wish kid, and I would love to use your song, The Chain, in our sports graphics. Would you do that too? For free?
For free, please.
We don't make money. We don't make money anyways, so you don't have to worry about copyright and stuff.
All right, so Hoskins needs 38 cautions in the next 3 laps.
It's not over till it's over, but Ben Kuhn's in the pit too. I don't know how many laps ahead he is of Hoskins.
He is about 20 laps ahead.
Oh, what's over?
It's not. You never know. Well, just kidding. There's not enough laps left. Who am I kidding?
Yeah, I don't even think. Well, actually, how much time we have left in the 2-hour timer here?
We are 57 minutes away.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's pretty much over for Hoskins.
Last lap. White flag in the air. This race, believe it or not, is official. This was like one of the fastest races in DPS history. We just kind of speed run this whole race.
Yeah.
All Michelle. He's going to lock himself in. The defending champ wins at Bristol. He's going to Homestead. Daniel Michelle is going to fight for a championship in 3 weeks' time. And there he is. The man of the hour. Wins again. Cole Snyder second. William Hightower third. Another good run for Cole Snyder. I can't believe there was only 3 cautions in this race.
Yeah, it was relatively clean. I was fully expecting a junkyard here.
Yeah, me too. You said it was going to be chaos, but... Oh! Is Hoskins doing donuts?
All right. Someone's asking for a parabola way in chat.
Parabola, huh?
Or, yeah. Oh, Hoskins won. He's doing burnouts.
Good enough for me. I think Michelle's going to go into the victory lane here. If he can.
Balabre.
All right. Surely he didn't come in here just to say that.
Labra way.
Let's get the top 3 in here. Let's get William Hightower in here first, if we can't. Whoop, there he is. William Hightower, it's Nico and Purge in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
So a pretty straightforward race, honestly. Not too much chaos. You came home in 3rd. A lap down because Michelle's kind of an alien sometimes. How was that race for you?
Honestly, it was a little bit better, but also a little bit worse than I expected. Did not expect to finish P3, but I also didn't expect to get wheel damage. That was why I pit as early as I did. I had smacked the wall a couple of times. My wheel was sitting about 45 degrees to the left. Made the corners pretty interesting. So I was within my pit window, went ahead and came in, undercut, gained a lot of time on the leaders, but they showed me what was up when they went in for their tires, and felt like 5 laps later they were on my tail. So I'm happy to get a P3, hopefully move up in the point standings.
Yeah, you get one spot closer to the championship 3. So best of luck out there at the Daytona Road Course in Talladega. Hopefully you survive those and advance on.
Thank you, sir.
Let's get Cole Snyder in here, the runner-up, the rookie. Cole Snyder, it's Nico and Purge in the booth. You got us?
Hey, what's up, guys?
So, a pretty good run last week. Didn't quite go your way towards the end, but this week, pretty good run. Second place. Led for a little bit. How was this race for you?
Yeah, pretty good, man. Just managed my stuff, and it worked in the first day. I think I won the stage. I think they called that when that caution came out, so that's cool.
Yeah, they did.
And yeah, led some laps. Ran good. I like Bristol. I'm not a big fan of the new reconfiguration of it. Still getting used to it. But yeah, just kind of managed my stuff. I had to just run behind Daniel there. I learned a lot just running behind him, and then toward the end, I just was pushing. Right when he started pushing, I started pushing, and that's when the tires went away. So then it just became who's taking 2, who's taking 4, and no, I'm happy to come out here with second. That feels pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like you got the pace to compete with the top drivers here. Are we gonna see more of Cole Snyder in the Pro Series?
Yeah. I'm usually free Thursday nights. Spencer brought me over here. Shout out to him. Seems like a pretty awesome league to be part of. I can't wait for the next season to start so I can start earning some points.
All right. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you out there next week and going forward.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Let's get the race winner in here. The man still in the middle of his celebrations, Daniel Michelle. Daniel Michelle, it's Nico and Purge in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
So, win, I think this is 11 on the season. Was it a walk in the park? You had Cole Snyder kind of hounding you for a little bit there until the last round of pit stops. How was that race with Cole?
Yeah, first stage, I kind of just spent my stuff. I really shouldn't have, but I did. And he eventually caught me. I had no right front. A few of the lap cars were also just really squirrely. They weren't keeping it off the wall, and I had to avoid. It's all right, though. Second stage, though, I saw he had a mistake. I got the lead, and I just wanted to manage my race from there. So I didn't push at all. Just managed my gap, kept it about 5/10 until that maybe 15 laps before we pit. Then I started pushing, running the high side, getting as much speed out of the car as I could. And from that point on, I mean, I had a good enough gap where I was able to, when I took 2 tires on that stop compared to everyone else on 4, I was able to have a 7-second gap and just maintain it from there.
Yeah, another win in the books, another dominating performance. You're locked into the championship 3. What is your goal going forward? Are you going to try and not necessarily manipulate, but try and maybe help more drivers, other drivers more than others, perhaps?
I'm racing to win.
All right, well, there you go. That's fair.
Whatever happens. I'm racing to win. That's how I race. That's how I'll always race. That's my mindset.
Well, there you go. That's why he's won so much, and now he's in victory lane. Daniel Michelle with another win. Congratulations. We'll see you next week for the Daytona Road Course.
You give us a palabra way before you leave.
Oh, boy.
Palabra way.
There it is. All right. That's a great way to end it off, I think. Daniel Michelle, thanks for coming out.
Yep.
Well, doesn't get much better than that, does it? All right. Purge, final thoughts on the race?
Relatively clean. That was a surprising one. I know a lot of those drivers were expecting the worst, fearing the worst. I certainly was. And it actually turned out to be a pretty solid race all around.
Yeah, it was really good. A nice little, it went really fast. We're only 9:15 Eastern time right now. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Congratulations to Daniel Michelle winning once again. Cole Snyder second. William Hightower in third. We'll have updated standings at the start of the broadcast next week. And of course, if you're in the Discord, you'll have those probably later tonight or tomorrow. You guys have a good night. We'll see you guys later. And yeah, everyone have a good night, good evening, good afternoon. More racing going on this weekend. We're off on Sunday for Mother's Day, so Happy Mother's Day, all you mothers watching at home. Special thanks to Hoskins'
Hit
mom
me
for
up.
coming out.
Yep.
Oh my God! All
Your
right,
mom hit me up.
Jesus. See you guys later.